Captain Jack Sparrow.
All right. Well, I've screwed up the thing, but it's all right. We're all good. Welcome to episode 92 of Flag to Flag Media Live. We got a great show tonight. We've been off, I don't know, too long now because we took off the last show. Whatever happened. Actually, JT, we talked about there wasn't much racing going on.
Not much racing going on, and we're doing this show as a tribute to Jeremy Huffman, Club 92 Race Cars.
Well, what happened to him?
It's episode 92.
Oh, okay.
So,
yeah.
I want to give him a shout out for all the little things he does.
Special number for you.
Well, it was till went through 3 motors, and then
that'll do it. That will do it.
I think it was operator issue.
Maybe.
Think so. All right, what's going on, Kenny? Thanks for tuning in. We're going to go over we're going to preview the Icebreaker coming up this weekend. We're going to preview the Spring 50 coming up next weekend. We'll talk a little bit about the No Way Out 40 Paragon last Friday night, and then we're just going to get into a whole bunch of other stuff to talk about. We'll do a late breaking news segment with JT. I think do you have any racing related
well, it's really
news?
It's really Peyton's late breaking news. I'm just a big part of it, really.
Okay. First and foremost, congratulations to Peyton for joining us in fatherhood. Congratulations on the newest addition to your family.
Oh yeah,
for you and Jessica.
He's one hairy son of a gun.
Right, just like his dad.
Apple don't fall far from the tree.
No, not with that one.
Yeah. What's going on, Caleb? Thanks for tuning in. But yeah, congratulations to you and Jessica on the birth of your son.
Thank you.
It's always a cool thing. I mean,
I was just really hoping to, whenever that he was born, that they didn't screw up and that he had, his junk down low.
Right.
So,
yeah.
Man, I hope this ain't a girl. They fucked up.
All right. So let's get into it. Let's talk a little bit about the No Way Out 40. They had it was actually scheduled for Saturday, but with the weather coming in, they changed it to Friday night. I did not go, but from everything that I've seen, it seemed like the racing was pretty good. I did get to watch some videos that people posted on Facebook and stuff, and it seemed like they had a pretty good turnout over there. Did you end up going, JT?
Yep. Me and Lakin went.
Did you?
There was a really big crowd.
Was there?
Yeah. And there was a lot of race cars for 2 classes, really. There wasn't a ton of mods. I'd say probably
20.
No, there wasn't 20.
There wasn't 20.
No, probably 12 to 15, I'd say. And there was 31 sprint cars. So, I mean, it was good just to get the smell again. And,
oh, yeah.
And that was my first time in the Paragon Speedway grandstands.
On the front stretch.
On the front stretch, yeah. And they have really made that nice.
It is nice over there.
The bleachers are nice. They got backrest. The concession stand was really nice. They had porta pots. I don't think they had a bathroom. But they had people selling stuff on the back there. And you could still, because Paragon's always been that way, but you can back your truck
up to the fence down there.
Yeah. 1 and 2. So you can still do that. And then they got area in front of the bleachers you can put lawn chairs. I mean, it's just a really nice setup how they've got it right now.
14 mods, 31 sprints per Chad Taylor.
I was right on it, 12 to 15.
That's right in the ballpark.
And I want to give Chad's one of the announcers there.
Yep. He come back this year now.
There was 2 guys announcing, and they did nothing but help promote other racetracks.
And that's awesome.
While that one was going on.
What, didn't Essex? No.
Essex went over there, I think.
That's what I thought.
He was there, yeah. He talked for a little bit, but they were telling people to go to the Icebreaker. So I mean, that's cool to see a racetrack do that.
That's what I like about when the racetracks do that is that's what it's all about. Is all about promoting the sport, not just your facility, but everything. So hats off to Chad and them guys for doing that, because that's what it should be about. Really. And
him and that, do you know what the other announcer's name is?
I don't. Chad, who is the other announcer with you? I remember he posted it back whenever he decided to come back and announce this year, but I don't remember who it was.
They did that's not an easy job, but they did a really nice job announcing the whole night.
Yeah.
I mean, and even like when because there was some dead time every now and then, because there's only 2 classes, not like you can just turn around and burn, But they filled the air good. I mean, they did a phenomenal job keeping you entertained and talking about stuff.
Brad Huber was the other guy. Hey, what's going on, Shane? Glad you could tune back in. Yes, it's definitely crazy. Crazy for all of us. And the older we get, the worse it gets, I think. G-Man, we'll see you up there Saturday. I know you'll be there ready to rock and roll. What's going on, Debbie? Do you have any Dippin' Dots? No, Grant. Did you? You didn't bring any with you, did you? Zach?
I didn't. Oh, I thought you saw.
Unfortunately.
Are you talking about?
I didn't eat any at the racetrack.
He's always trying to talk over me. It's all right.
No, but you didn't have any at the racetrack?
No, me and Lakin went up there one time. There was a big line the whole time. Not because they wasn't pushing you through, but I just went up there one time, got a cheeseburger and a couple Mountain Dews.
Trent said they got permanent bathrooms up behind the grandstands. But I think they're kind of up on the hill.
Okay. I didn't go, but I just about Lakin said, but it's a very nice facility. They have changed that a lot in 5 years.
Josh says best 2 pickups in softball to your right. My right or your right?
He's probably
dyslexic. It's Josh.
Oh, grandson, I'm talking about Paragon. No, he did not have any Dippin' Dots at Paragon. Chad said I'm coming to be just a fan this weekend. Heck yeah.
Sometimes that's more fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what I was up there, and it was a good time.
A lot less stressful, wasn't it?
Yes.
A lot less stressful.
Yes.
So kudos to Paragon for putting on another good show. I know they got a lot of great things planned up there this year, and I'm excited to get up there a few times. Be pretty interesting. Like JT said, when a track like that is putting that much effort into making the facility better, running a better program, just all around, I think it's a great thing. So, Zach, do you have anything you want to put on that? You've been absent for a couple weeks. What's been going on in your life? Anything?
Oh, just doing life.
Car looks fanatic. You have not posted yet, so I've not said anything.
Not posted it.
But I will say, and I told you in a text message today, that my personal opinion is, I think it's the best looking car you've had to date. Now that's just my personal opinion.
Yeah.
You know,
no, I agree with that. I'm
okay.
trying to figure out.
Well, let me ask you this. Let's just talk about it for a second.
Yeah.
Out of all the cars you've had, what is your favorite?
Oh, it's definitely this one.
This one?
Yeah. Yeah, it's not too busy, not too flashy. It's really good.
Now, JT and Peyton have both released theirs on social media, and I think they're phenomenal looking cars too. You can't go wrong with the blue and the orange, by the way. I just think it's sharp.
It looks good.
It just looks awesome. And JT, now I'm getting to you. I can only talk to one at a time. Over the years, I'm proud of you because you've started to add some stuff to your car. And I will say this.
Say it.
Peyton, well, I'm getting there. Peyton's car is awesome. Peyton, you've not raced as long, but your car is awesome. JT, I'm going to say the same to you. This is the best looking car you've ever had.
Oh, okay. I'm glad that's where it ended up. I didn't know where we were
Well, I'm just saying, like you two have raced longer than Peyton, so that's why your car looks awesome. A lot better than the black Crown Vic. Just saying. I mean, it was
reading
the black Crown Vic was a nice looking car. I mean, it was sharp.
It was just
that was good
It was
for
a
a rattle can paint job,
It
though.
was.
You will say that.
No, that wasn't technically a rattle can. It was more like
What was it,
redneck ingenuity paint booth.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it did look good.
Yeah.
for a minute.
The
it looked good until
I will say the flag to flag meted decal on the right side was crooked due to the bush lights. But I'm just saying that's what I'm blaming it on. But out of all your cars, what's your favorite? This year's just I don't know.
Other
It just
than your
looks
dad's
nice.
92.
I really liked Bud's car last year that we did.
You did?
I like that blue prism on the white.
Okay, let me ask you this: as far as the 95 scheme, what is your best? What's your favorite?
Probably this one.
This one?
Yeah. I think the orange I did the orange forever with the yellow, which I like the blue and orange. I think it looks killer. But I think the yellow and orange together is too much.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that
agree.
I went to the white instead.
Yeah. And the white still makes it pop.
Yeah.
And I got to thank P3 because they always take care of me. They always have, and they come over and wrapped it today, and they always do a phenomenal job.
Yep.
And Eric and Steph and Rye are top notch. So
His does look really good. It's my favorite 11 car too.
Yeah.
I'm a P3 guy because P3 is a sponsor. Eric and Stephanie have done a tremendous amount for flag to flag, but we'll say give a kudos also to Titan because I know that's not their cup of tea. Race Wraps is not their, but I think they did a great job on your car.
And I even told Peyton I was shocked because it's a full wrap. I mean, all the way up the car and how good that he stuck it.
Yeah.
It turned out really good. That's hard work. I helped Eric put the right side on mine today, and I don't know how they do it. I mean, you got to pull and do all this
That
and
ain't
do
the
all
first
that.
one you've done. You told me when we did them Crown Vics, oh, we can put them on. Ain't nothing to it.
Well, that wasn't a full wrap though.
And it was still hard.
It was still
Yours
tricky.
was crooked than
No,
crap.
me and Dad did one wrap, and that was the only one we done. So we'll just stick it at that.
Chad said special thanks to Josh Cunningham for taking the reins on the No Way Out 40. Josh says, wait, I haven't seen it. We're not friends, Zach. Well, it's kind of a,
You've seen it.
you know, Zach wouldn't have showed it to me if I wasn't his boss on him. That's the only reason why he showed it to me.
His
So,
boss.
He just happened to be in the recent.
And I
take,
didn't even,
so-
but I didn't even like take out your PTO time for the last absence.
No,
That's the kind of guy
was-
that I am.
That was nice of
You know,
you.
I just let it slide.
I'm
So,
glad because I'm out of PTO at work, so this is nice.
Zach's best looking car to date was a 77X he was in at Salem, at least before the race.
It did look pretty good.
It did look
before.
good.
It looks better if he let me paint the Hoosiers on it, but
And then Jamie Ogle said, I like last year's car. Last year's car looked good too. I mean, I'm not going to say it didn't.
It did.
But you
I'm
kind of
just-
had, we've talked about this, but you kind of had to go in that direction. Though,
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
and I even told Eric that today because I mean, it wasn't that I didn't like last year's car. It was just that's just a lot more yellow than what I'm used to. Where now we just got a little bit of yellow, but it's still bright. It's just
Right.
not completely dark. So
it's not as hard on the eyes.
yeah,
You can read everything.
This year's?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
what I told Zach. It's clean. Like
Yeah.
it's
you gotta
sharp.
get some other colors in there. So it'll be good. We'll get her posted on social media before too long, but
The interwebs.
still got some things to do and some things to button up. So we're almost there.
I want to ask you a question.
Yeah.
If you don't want to release this information, you don't have to. Are you going to take pictures of it in the garage, or are you going to pull it out in the cattle pasture like the 90s photos and get some good?
Get Allie in a bikini.
Yeah,
Yeah.
get her out there and you take some good, like
That's what we
like
need.
mid 90s late model.
Yeah.
Put some of your trophies on it or something.
That would be cool.
I'm all for it. I'm
I'll
game.
mention it to Allie. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, you can put some of Tanner's cows in the background. Just make it like nostalgic.
Yeah.
I wouldn't put Tanner's cows anywhere close
No.
to it.
Them some ugly looking cows to be putting on a race car.
Oh shoot.
That would be cool though.
Oh yeah, I think it would be.
Will you come over and clean the cow poop off of it?
Yeah,
after I'm done?
if you'll take some like mid 90s nostalgic dirt late model photos, I'll come over and clean the cow poop off.
I figured I'd be like everyone else and cover up the wheel wells and everything
Yeah.
so you can't see nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I figured I'd do
that'd
that.
be awesome. Yeah. So anyway, I like this time of year when the wraps start coming out, and there's a lot of phenomenal looking race cars, which I know the season's not started yet, so they'll change.
Yeah.
Allie said
2 or
no
3 weeks.
bikini.
Well,
was
with
a
that,
quick response.
shot that down.
She said no bikini. ...
Yeah. Well, it was worth a shot, you know. Yeah, see, Grant said Rip will clean the cow poop.
Yeah.
I'll put my Rip outfit on. We'll go over and clean some cow poop. You want Rip to put on a Speedo and
There we go.
take some pictures with your car?
I'm not putting on a Speedo. I'll tell you that.
Oh shoot!
I don't have
Anyway.
enough butt to hold that thing up.
There's a lot of good looking cars out there, and I'm really looking forward to getting the season started. So, Jamie, it's I'm gonna let Zach post it before
We should have
show
brought
any
it.
pictures.
Yeah, we can't.
We should have drove it in here.
Not yet.
Kenny said I help wrap Kobe's car, and that'll be the last time I do that. The installers earn their money for sure.
Yes.
Yeah, you gotta have patience.
Mhm.
And if they screw it up, they pay to fix it. If you
Yeah.
screw it up, you get to pay to fix it.
Yeah.
Heard some Salem boys are coming to Bedford for some real softball this summer.
Will we play him?
I
hope so.
I guess.
Golly, I hope so.
I think he's in the beginners league, but I
He's
don't know.
T-ball, ain't he?
Is it Grant the catcher?
He's a pitcher, ain't he?
Yeah.
He does more catching after the game.
Grant said that is calendar worthy though.
Oh,
I think it would be
man.
like that nostalgic pictures, like make a good,
That would be cool.
nice calendar.
Yeah. I need to get like the old school fire suits, you know,
Oh yeah.
something like that.
What's
That's
going on,
good
Okie? Glad you tuned in. I ain't heard much from you lately. I did text you the other day about, so I don't know what we was even talking about, but
I talked to
We
him
were
the other
texting
day.
out
He was
before.
working some deals.
was he?
Yeah.
Well, he's probably wanting to send you 5 or 6 Crown Vics up his way.
No, he was tinkering with something else.
Was he?
Yeah, he's trying to sell me a late model.
Was he?
It's so funny when someone's got something for sale around here because he's friends with everybody
Yes.
from Indiana.
Yeah.
And he goes, "Where are you located at?" And it's like, buddy, he's in Indiana.
Right,
He's
right.
close to you.
It always cracks me up too, because sometimes I always think, William, did you check on shipping before you comment on this? I don't know what it costs to ship a late model from Oklahoma to Indiana, but it can't be cheap.
He'd probably drive over here and pick it up.
He probably would. That's for sure. All right. So next order of business is the icebreaker, boys. We got a big weekend coming up. Atomic tomorrow night, which paying $15,000 to win. Icebreaker at Brownstown on Saturday, and they have upped it from $15 to $25K to win on Saturday night. It's $1,500 to start. Total purse is $82,800. Also on tap is the super stocks and the pure stocks. Now let's get into some controversial stuff, because the internet and the interwebs have been blowing up about this, and I understand where people are coming from. I get it, but gate admission is $40. Ages 6 to 10 is $15. 5 and under is free. Pit pass is an additional $15. Now, basic math will tell you
That's a lot.
that's a lot, but in anything in life that you do, the more the purse goes up, the more it's going to cost you to get in the front gate. So the more these purses keep going up, which late model teams, that's what the series is trying to take care of their teams, right? So the more they make, the more the drivers make, it's easier to fund their race teams. Now, obviously, like all these guys at this table have said, and hundreds of racers I've talked to, you don't make money doing this. Now, the only people that's making money doing this is probably some of the national guys that are racing 100 times a year.
Stuff.
Huh?
They don't own their
Yes,
stuff.
correct.
They're just driving.
So with that being said, I understand that $40 is pretty high for gate admission. I get it. But what I want to say is, I go through the interwebs and I look at all these other Facebook pages. I'm just kind of getting on a soapbox here, get on all these other Facebook pages, and not one single time have I ever seen anybody bashing any other tracks other than when Brownstown posts that they're going to pay $40 or charge $40 to get in, and then the interwebs blow up. I get it. It's high. It's high everywhere. I mean, even if it's $35, it's high. To me, $30. If you take a family of 4 to the racetrack right now with these prices, it's going to cost me $160 to get my family in, which I think is very high. Like, it's kind of like getting to the point where I'm not going to go to the racetrack. I can go do something else. Or for $1 less, I can buy flow for the whole year. And I understand that. But
we got to kind of look at it this way too, and I understand that. But if you go to an NFL game, I mean, because you're going to see the top drivers in the country.
You're right on my point.
If you go to an NFL game, you're going to spend $120 for a ticket in the nosebleeds.
Yes.
Okay, so if people are bitching, I get it. Everybody bitches about the price.
Right. Or let's put this in an example. I get online and I go to buy a concert ticket and it's $400 a seat.
Exactly.
I will never go to another concert in my life.
You see what I'm saying? $400 in the nosebleed section, and they don't even sound like they do on the radio. I'd rather have them on the radio.
I'm just saying, the last one I went to, the lady next to me was crying on my shoulder because her and her old man got into it, and the people behind us smell like fish.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying, I will never do that again.
See? So
you can go to Brownstown Speedway and have a lot more fun.
Yes.
And like I said, you're seeing the best drivers in the country.
Yes. Yeah. It's
I do
the top tier of the sport, right?
I do agree with Grant's statement, though, that charging for 6 to 10
I
is
do
ridiculous.
agree with that.
I agree with that. Obviously, that's just my opinion, though.
Because our thing is, we try to promote the youth in the sport. Get a young person to the track. Get a young person to the track. Well, if I've got 2 kids that's between the ages 6 and 10, and it's going to cost me $30 to get them 2 kids in, to me, that's just kind of taken away from getting that person involved in the sport, right?
And the whole time they're going to be down by the gate playing in the dirt.
Yeah.
I mean,
yes.
And you're going to buy them food when you're there, and you're going to buy them this. They're going to get money out of them.
We did it.
Yes.
We did it.
Yeah. You
get your little cars and you go out there and play dirt. You're not even watching the races anyway. But
no,
growing up, that was what my family did. So then I, in turn, fell in love with the sport, and that's how you get into it. But,
right.
Yeah. Okay. That was a good soapbox moment there, wasn't it? Like,
yeah.
But I mean, some valid points, very valid points.
I definitely agree.
But I get it. I get prices are high, but at some point in time, whether it's Jim Price or it's somebody else, we've got to quit bash. We got to come together, quit bashing on Brownstown so much. I mean, it's the only track in the country. I got a text message from somebody. Brownstown canceled, right? I got a text message. I was talking to a certain individual. I'm not going to say their name, but we were talking back and forth. Go to a different track's Facebook page, and they canceled as well. And there wasn't one bad comment on there. Hey, thanks for canceling. Thanks for letting us know. We understand the weather was bad. We get it. We get it. We get it. Brownstown puts on there, all right, we canceled. Pits are flooded. Well, why couldn't we get a sump pump it out? Why couldn't you get up in the sky and move the clouds to the sun? I mean, it's like it's just becoming. Do I agree with everything that Brownstown Speedway does? Absolutely not. Do I agree with everything Jim Price does? Absolutely not. But that's my local track. Jim keeps the place open for all you guys to get to race every Saturday night. Place for me to get to go enjoy the races. So that's just where I stand with it. So
I agree. What do you think, JT?
What do you think, JT? You're quiet. Yeah. What
the hell's gotten into him?
You guys have your moment.
Well, I was ranting.
We got 38 minutes. It's all.
Yeah.
All JT now.
All right, here we go.
But anyway,
it is high. But I would if I would be in country, I would pay to go. I would have said at home.
Right.
I don't like getting on Facebook and people saying that they're not going to go because of that.
Right.
If you're not going to go, you don't have to tell everybody.
Right.
I mean, really, they don't care.
Right. Just turn on flow.
Yeah. Just turn on flow.
You do you.
You know.
Yeah, there, like you said, there's no sense in getting on Facebook and doing that. But
it's another thing too. Is the super stock and pure stock guys that are racing this weekend are probably the ones that are on there bitching.
Mm-hmm.
But I guarantee you they'll be there Saturday.
Yeah.
That's the thing that irritates me.
Yeah.
Like if you're gonna bitch about it, then don't go.
Right.
Yeah.
Get over it.
And speaking of that, while we're on that subject, if everybody's seen the post that's been shared out, Brent Howard of Ride Auto Parts North Vernon has put up $700 to the winner on March 22nd, which would be Saturday for the pure stocks. And April 5th for the Ira Baxter Memorial is another $700 to the winner. Additional.
You didn't say nothing about that.
Additional.
I didn't read the whole thing.
I get a shot at that one.
Additional.
I got to be paid.
So it's $600 to win plus $700 is $1,300 to win. And I shared it on the Flag to Flag media page, and also James Essex is the one that originally posted it. So if you want some of the details, go to James's or my page. I shared his post. So all right, what we're going on with comments. So I'm sure we got some comments on this. Jamie said, we ain't had in any class but supers in 30 years is my problem. Probably because the sport classes have to pay the same price but don't get any more in pay other than the winner. And I understand. I understand that. But that's just like, okay, Peyton, you made a good, if I go see Billy Bob at a concert and he's the opening act, but Morgan Wallen is the headliner, I'm paying for Morgan Wallen. Like I'm not paying for,
and
I'm not taking away from any class because I love the pure stock guys. I love the super stock guys. And in my personal opinion, sport classes are my classes. That's what keeps racing alive. But it is the top tier of late model racing is in town. So you're going to pay the premium price because that's just how it is. I get it that they're not paying any more for, I mean, there is a bonus that's been put up now, but in theory, there wouldn't be any extra money. I get that, but you're paying, you're paying for the top tier that's coming into town.
That's why we have to support people like James with the Northern All-Stars because he supports the support classes.
Yes. I'm going to get on probably another soapbox here a little bit on that.
Nick Hoffman got on some kind of form of social media the other day talking about support classes, and I think he kind of forgot where he came from a little bit because I didn't really. He was a support class for a long time, so I don't know what his deal was, but he a support class helps them guys too, which he did say this helps them have time to fix something.
If you're run strictly late model races, right now, like Eldor is totally different just because there's so many cars there.
The amount of cars,
yes. But like if you run just late models on Saturday night, those guys have no time. The guys that's running the B main have no time to make changes, adjustments, or anything.
Or you just have dead time.
Or have dead time.
You sit there and
the same music on flow for an hour.
Yeah,
with track prep dinner.
Mm-hmm.
I think 1 to 2 support classes on a big night like that's what you need.
Yes.
Yeah. And I don't care if you rotate them. It doesn't hurt my feelings if they don't run my class on the Jackson 100 or the Icebreaker or
Right.
Summer Nationals, whatever. That never really bothered me. But you need something to not
Something
have
there.
dead air.
Yes.
I'd rather watch these guys and these pure stocks all around the country just beat and bang and freaking put on the show of the night anywhere.
I tell you what, there was a Hunt the Front race. I think it was last week, maybe.
Yeah.
That was the best Crown Vic racing I had seen in quite a while. I mean, they were up on the wall, throwing it sideways.
Was that the one at I-75 or no?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
Last
was.
75. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like, even the commentators were like, man, this is a good show and all this. And it's like,
Them dudes were throwing it in there too.
yeah, it's like, how do people not want to watch this? It just kind of aggravates you because, like JT said, some people forget where they came from.
Yeah.
Everyone has to start out somewhere.
Somewhere.
But not everybody has money just to go buy a super.
'Cause I guarantee you
operation.
right now, the people that's in the stands complaining about the sport classes, go back there and talk to them.
Yeah.
Meet some of these guys, because I guarantee you right now, they're the most down to earth people you could ever meet.
Yeah.
They're not taking away from the Lucas or the World or Woo guys, because I mean they are the upper echelon of the sport. But the guys that's in the sport classes are more common to you than what you are to the other guys. So
Yeah.
Well, go talk to the Woo guys and the Lucas Oil guys. Jimmy Owens ran modifies for years. Bobby Pierce ran modifies for years. Ricky Thornton ran
everything.
street stocks,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
Tyler Carpenter had a Hornet.
Yeah.
I mean, them guys
They
didn't
got their
start.
starts.
The guys that are good
Yeah.
didn't start in a super late model.
Oh,
Now there's guys that did start in a super late model, but they're not the guys that are good.
yeah.
Kyle Jewell said, watching flag to flag all the way from the Dominican. Be home in just in time for that. We're in the Dominican tonight. You feel the warm air?
You're
The
going
Dominican?
ways.
Huh?
Damn,
Long ways.
It
I don't know
is.
where you're going. You're going to be somewhere over there.
I'm going to be somewhere warm
When are you leaving? Tomorrow?
tomorrow.
You're on a boat though, ain't you?
Yep.
John
I'm on a
boat?
boat.
John boat?
I'm on a dolphin doing tricks and splash and getting everybody all wet.
Yeah, there you go.
Think Sea World. This is real as it gets.
Jeez. Oh. Grant Simpson wants to know when Salem is opening up.
Oh, God.
Well, here's the thing.
Here we go.
I will say this, that Salem is not going to open back up. Here's the thing that I did here the other day. Now, you take this for what you want, but anybody can rent the racetrack anytime you want to for $400 a weekend. So if you want to
That cheap.
If you want to go up there and have some fun, go to the fair board, tell them I got my $400 and you can rent the track for the weekend.
Oh, man, we need to go do an enduro.
That's cheaper than I can
So-
test at Brownstown.
I'm just saying. That's what I was told.
We didn't do that, Peyton.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
heard
why not me?
And I'm not spreading this. And I heard from two
Why not
different
me?
people.
I can't test with you.
You hit the wall up there. But
I got video of that anyway. But go
I
ahead.
don't need none of that.
rumor is, I guess this could be my late breaking.
Okay,
news.
here, hang on a minute.
This is not locked into stone.
Shh. All right, now go ahead. What's your late breaking news?
So I heard from two different sources that
You
there
didn't-
possibly might be a fair race.
Really?
Two different sources told me this. Possibility might be a fair race. Can't lock that in. Can't release my sources. But
But I will say this though: if there is going to be a fair race at Thunder Valley Raceway, you will hear it first, late breaking on Flag to Flag Media, right? JT, can we say that? If it's true, if it's true. Now
yeah,
I'm not going.
I mean, as long as I stay up to date, as soon
Yes.
as I know for sure, I will tell you.
Yeah,
but,
that's what I mean.
but that's the rumor going around. So if it does happen, my recommendation is anybody that wants it to ever open back up again probably ought to show up to that race just
Yeah.
to show that hey,
We're here.
we'll come. So that's my story, and the same thing on Scottsburg. If you want Scottsburg to race more often, when they have those two races this year,
Show up
It-
full force.
if your class is there, you need to be there. You need to take off work. You need to skip your brother's wedding. You need to not go to your mom's funeral. You need to be at the racetrack.
Jeez,
Wow, that was far.
Too far, you think?
that was deep. That was
Too
deep.
far.
Just put her in the ground quick.
Brother's wedding was fine.
Brother's wedding was fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Caleb says greed will continue to grow as limited places to go. That's true. I mean, that's that's what we're running into. Hopefully, I did see where there are some other tracks opening back up, but that is a valid point that, the limited tracks will cause greed. But, as racers and fans, we still got to go support them. We got to keep these other places open.
Facilities are getting nicer, though. Like Brownstown's redoing their bleachers.
Yeah.
Paragon's done all that work on there. Circle City's top-notch facility.
Oh yeah.
I mean, local dirt tracks here aren't what they were.
Right.
I mean, we used to race in some really crap holes and was happy.
Right.
And now we're racing in some top-notch facilities and complaining. So
Bloomington, I mean, they're putting a lot of time and
That
effort
place
in
is
that.
looking nice, ain't
It's
it?
gonna look really good.
Craig Cooper, I agree with you 100%. If you're not going to go, just say it's too cold. That's a perfect example of you don't have to post it. You don't have to just say, hey, I'm not going because I'm cold. It's going to be cold. I'm getting old and then I'm cold. That's what I would use. But what's going on, Robert? Thanks for tuning in. Braxton, thanks for tuning in. Hey, a little late's better than everybody. SJT, is that chocolate milk any good? What brand is that?
Prairie Farms, Go Meats. Oh, that's not right.
Go Meat.
That's Hillshire, ain't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Wow.
good. It's good milk.
Oh, shout out to M2 Designs for the cups too. These things are nice. I got my beverage in there.
Laser
You
etched.
got in there, Bush Light.
Oh, that'd be
No.
awful.
What, Bush
What?
Light?
In a thing, I feel like if you pour it out of a can, it just ain't
Oh,
good after
no.
that. Oh, okay.
Even better,
no,
ain't it?
Yeah.
Oh,
even better.
okay.
Yeah.
On
You
ice.
don't even taste it. You drink it so fast.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I did that a few times last year. I think we had some softball tournaments.
But speaking of that, if you go to the racetrack this weekend, here's a positive example, right? If you go to the racetrack this weekend, you actually are going to save money because you will not have to buy ice for your beverages. It's going to be cold.
Is it going to
Oh,
be that
okay.
cold?
I mean, they're not going to get hot very fast. Not like a 90-degree midsummer day. You know what I mean?
It was snowing today.
Valid point.
Icing.
Bush lattes, they
It
look
was
chilled.
cold today.
Right.
It was cold.
Did you survive the day with it being that chilly?
Yeah, I was.
Are
Are you talking to me?
Not you.
Oh, yeah.
I was
Him
in
down
the west end of Louisville by the projects at freaking dark this morning. Outside strapping pallets, freezing my butt off, just waiting to get shot. Feel that heat of that bullet.
Just wait to get.
Josh, we don't need a March Madness podcast. That's
No,
for sure.
We're not into that stuff.
Oh, but my team did get a new basketball coach.
I heard he's good.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I'm not putting him down. He ain't really proved himself yet. But
But I will say, though, I did see Braden Watson put a post on Facebook. Then Zach Dome commented, which I will take Zach Dome's comment credibility because he's from West Virginia. And he did say that he's going to do good for us. So
that's good.
That is good.
We need
I like
some
that.
good.
I like that.
Hmm.
It would be cool that when you have big guys in town, bring in some of the guys that aren't running that night and put a few of their cars up in the fans area. Okay, so I do want to comment on. I did think about this the other day, Kenny. I think one thing that these the Lucas and Woo races are missing is as a kid's perspective and fans' perspective, they need to bring back the autograph sessions. It ought to be mandatory autograph sessions for all these Lucas races and give the fans a chance to meet the drivers like they used to. Put the table up there at the chairs. You know, you could do it for what, 45 minutes,
Well, I mean, that's the thing too. You got to think about pit gates open at noon.
right?
All them drivers that are running supers, they ain't working on them cars.
No, they got
They
time.
got their crew guys that are doing it.
Yep.
Very few.
Do like an
that
autograph
way are.
session from right the main and back gates open at 4 p.m.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry.
4 to
Yeah,
5
No, wrong one.
autograph
Front gates
session.
open at
12.
noon.
12.
Yeah.
I was reading the Northern All
Yeah.
Stars one. Front gates open at noon. You could do hot laps are at 5. You could do an autograph session from like 3 to 3:45. You know, give the fans something. to do.
Dad would buy me a program. We, go and have everyone sign it. That was
Program
always
gets
cool.
signed. Yeah. I'm all lost here.
You can scroll up,
Caleb.
scroll up a little bit more. Read that one.
Caleb and Craig's talking about greed.
Yeah.
Um,
I don't think they're talking about it. I think they're a little bit arguing. On
yeah.
I think there was too. That's good. It's good for here.
Yeah. Let it out, boys.
Burn them comments up. That drives up my algorithm. The more you guys argue in the comment section, the more views we're going to get. So Facebook interwebs will shove it out there.
It's basic Pythagorean theorem.
Yep. Oh God, don't get
That's
started
the
on
only
that.
theorem he did. Well, he don't even know it.
I do know it. I just can't spell it.
Grant, Twin Cities is not opening back up. I heard it was. Everybody says it is, but I don't know. I when it comes to Twin Cities and Thunder Valley, I'll believe it when I see it.
Didn't
I'm to the
Jim
point.
buy that?
Supposedly, yeah. That's what it says on the GIS.
Yeah.
It's
But-
going to take a whole lot of work to open
Yes.
Twin Cities back up. And it's going to take a whole lot of work to open Thunder Valley back up.
Yeah, a bunch.
When you set just a year, you lose so much. And they've set for multiple years.
Yeah.
So don't expect, even if somebody says they're taking over, don't expect it to be within a year.
Right.
Right.
It's not going to be quick.
Yeah, it's going to take a lot of time. And I'm not saying it can't happen. I hope it happens to both of them, but be realistic on
Right.
it too.
What's going on, Finley? Glad you tuned in, buddy.
Hey, Finley.
It's all right if you're late. It don't bother us. You're good. You've been a
Wait till he shows you his new car.
supporter since day one.
Him and Ryan's been burning the oil, man.
They have.
It's got some
Bad.
Night Stalker fabrication skirts on it.
Does it?
Sure does.
Anthony says, congratulations, Daddy Walker.
Thanks, Finley.
And JT is really going to test for Longhorn all this weekend instead of going on a cruise. He's keeping it a secret.
Yeah, they got.
I don't
pretty
know about all
desperate,
that.
So
See, Finley, West Virginia, boys.
JT's testing for short one this week, not Longhorn.
Yeah.
if anybody's got a late model they want me to test, I'll test it.
What's going on, Elizabeth? Hey, Zach. Thanks for tuning in. Corey Meadows, go back to if you buy a program and your number gets called and you get a picture taken. I'm all right with that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think
that
that's a
was
heck of an
cool.
idea.
That was a
All right.
long time
That
ago. They
wasn't
do
even-
that.
yeah.
So Rick's brought up another good point. Boys, we do this for every big race. Who we picking? Who we picking for the big icebreaker?
So is there like two people that we shouldn't be allowed to pick?
Nope.
Oh, it's wide open.
Fair
Wide open.
game.
Fair game. Well, who you want? JT, you go first.
Oh yeah.
How come
No,
he gets
hang on
to
a
go
minute.
first?
Hang on a
Hey,
minute.
let
Hey,
Peyton go
Peyton's
first.
the new dad. Well, you guys are jumping all over me before
Well,
I
yeah.
realized it.
Why you kissing
Yeah.
Peyton's butt? I thought we were buddies.
He's the new dad.
We are.
It sounds like it. Yeah.
We are
Pick-
buddies.
pick
you
all
got,
the past
Walker?
guys.
I want to say, Ricky, since he
Ricky?
Yeah.
Slicky Ricky.
Lucky Ricky.
Slick Rick.
I gotta go second then.
I'll go last. It's fine.
I'm gonna pick Moran.
Don't act like I think he was gonna
Pierce.
pick.
BP 32.
You want him?
Yeah,
And he ain't
I want
gonna
him.
be there. You want him?
Oh, he ain't going to?
Who's running this weekend?
Are
I mean,
they?
you can pick Bobby if you want.
That sucks.
That does suck. Jonathan Davenport.
Davenport.
Well, that's you all guys being original.
Who you gonna pick?
1-2, baby. Jason Jameson.
Look at you being all original.
Hey, you tell me anybody else that picked him. Ain't nobody else gonna pick him. That's my guy. I guarantee he qualifies it right on the front row.
Mm,
Man, I hate that Woo's running this weekend too.
Where are they at?
down south, Swainsboro, I think. Swainsboro's one
Oh,
of them.
Swainsboro. Where's that
Yeah.
at?
Georgia.
Swainsboro.
I think it's Georgia.
That's the name of the town.
Yeah.
Over by Owensboro,
Yeah.
right past Pennsboro.
Yeah.
Go right.
Hey,
there
what's
through
going on, Rick?
Rexboro.
Glad you tuned in.
Stormy
Cooper's
Scooter.
going 99. So
I
Just-
think he's
just
not
a-
racing.
so that is another interesting thing to bring up, that
That
Stormy
is a
Scott
big interesting thing.
and Jason Durham have parted ways with Category 5 race cars, and now Jason Durham is crew chief for Hudson O'Neill. I'm really interested to see how Hudson, program turns around. I know he's kind of struggled here a little bit, but I think it's going to be interesting to see. That
How do you
program
need
turn around.
something?
Yeah.
I
right.
seen Mikey Marler. They said they were questioning if they were going north or south, trying to figure out.
Oh, it's an easy decision.
You think he's going south?
No, it'd be at the
That's
icebreaker.
not what I.
You think he will?
That's where Birding's going.
Oh,
He's coming to the icebreaker.
Oh, is he?
How many cars? You
Wendy
think?
said North Carolina. We were way off.
That's still south.
Ricky Thornton announced today that he will be running for Lucas Oil Championship.
Yeah.
Just because north's in the name doesn't mean it's not South State.
That's true. Oh yeah, congrats to Doc too for getting engaged.
Yes.
He's a big
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
why I went to Paragon last week to watch a doc, and he wasn't even there.
Yeah. What was we talking about?
I don't remember.
How many cars going to be there this weekend? You got a number on that?
Yeah, well, here's the thing, boys. I think I don't think it's gonna be. I think it'll be 30 or less.
You think so?
Yeah,
You like no crates?
I bet. Here, I think I bet it's 30 to 35 cars. No, that's my guess. What are you guessing? What do you think,
That's
John Boat?
I'd have probably guessed between 30 and 35. I'd probably guess 32,
Yeah.
but that's kind of sucks.
Now we're going to switch gears a little bit. Let's talk about some regional stuff that's got me hyped up for the 2025 season. The Spring 50 Northern All-Stars will be at Florence Speedway on March the 29th, paying $10,000 to win for the 50-lap main event. They will also, there's been a change of venue. The Northern All-Star Modifieds we're going to run at Brownstown next weekend with the sprint car race. Since the race got postponed a week, they have moved the Northern All-Star Modifieds with the Northern All-Star late models. Both will be at Paragon or at Florence Speedway Saturday, March 29th. This will be the debut of the Northern All-Star Modified Series. They've only ran one other time back in the day, so it's pretty exciting. So they're going to pay $1,500 to win for the Modifieds.
Who won that?
The championship?
No,
Or what?
the modified race that
Well,
they ran back in the day.
But they actually had multiple races, didn't they?
I
I think they actually
I
had
thought you said they
had
ran
1 year.
They
1
ran
year.
1
Yeah,
year.
1 year.
Okay, who won it?
I don't remember. I'd have to ask James.
I got you.
But also on tap is crates paying $1,200 to win, and Hornets will be on tap. I don't know how much the Hornets pay to win, though. I didn't get that. Pit gates open at 2, main back gates open at 4, hot laps start at 5. The racing action starts at 6 p.m. sharp. General admission is $30. General admission age 13 to 17 is $20. General admission 12 and under is free. Pit admission is $45. I'm excited about it. I'm excited about the Northern All-Stars deal. I love regional racing. I don't know. That's just my cup of tea. I mean, I like the Lucas stuff too, the World Outlaw stuff, but I really like that. I really like that regional type stuff. Like your Hunt the Front, the Northern All-Star Series. Yeah. I was going to get on a soapbox too, but I don't remember what I was going to get on a soapbox about.
You had it wrote down because you looked at something.
There was something down in here. He pointed at it.
No, all
Well, I
times
think it
are
was-
approximate. It may be adjusted due to weather.
Yes. But from what I've seen so far, the weather actually looks pretty decent.
I'm planning on going to that.
Are you going?
I'm planning on going to watch that. Yeah, I mean, Brownstown's racing that weekend too, but it's sprint cars, and I'm nothing against them guys, but I'm more into the
I'm going.
vendors.
I'll be there. 25 late models, 12 super stocks, 20 to 25 pure stocks is Grant Simpson's guess.
Is he going?
I think there'll be more late models and super stocks there than that.
He ain't worked on that car yet. He
He ain't even looked at it.
Peyton,
Car's still dirty.
Peyton, what do you think about the pure stock numbers? That seem pretty reasonable to
I'd say
you?
that's probably about right.
2025, that's what I think too.
And then, April 5th or whatever first points night is, there'll be 42 of them.
Trent, they're having that
we'll be there though.
that's 410 sprint car race at Brownstown on the 29th. But JT, you remember the name of that? What's that called? Meltdown, something meltdown, ain't it?
I don't know.
Spring
Yeah.
meltdown. I think
Spring
that's
meltdown
called.
or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
7,500 to win, I think.
Yeah.
Sprint cars are getting all their big races done early.
Mhm.
Shane Spears. How you doing? You all ready for this? You are all ready for this year round. I'm ready. I'm ready to get this year started.
Me too.
Victoria is running with the pure stocks, boys. Better look out. Supporting classes.
I think there was just 2 sprint car classes, wasn't there?
Yeah, I think it's just
Yeah.
2 sprint car
MMSA.
classes. Yeah. Sorry about that.
I was surprised they didn't run them at Paragon
Yeah.
Yeah.
too.
with that. That little 305 classes really took off.
Yes.
When we were at Bloomington that night, they had a B main of those.
I'm pretty excited to get the year started. Like I said, I know the 1st of March didn't go as planned, which it never does. We seen that coming. But I think really there's going to be a lot of great racing coming up with the Icebreaker this weekend. And then you've got, because Northern All-Stars, I got my schedule in the house, but Northern All-Stars is just going to just knock them out, over the month of April, March and April. I think they're running 4 or 5 times, 3 or 4 times, something like that.
I don't even know why they try to race in March. I think, I was talking with someone the other day and they were talking about, used to September, they were done racing.
Yeah.
Now they're running into November,
Yep.
dang near, and starting in March. And
so from what I can tell, what I gather out of this whole scheduling stuff is, with James, and you guys know this, but with James being the voice of the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series, he was telling people, he wants to run a 14 race schedule for the Northern All-Stars. He's trying to revive the Northern All-Stars. Well, with his schedule with the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series, he's trying to plug in dates that don't interfere with the Lucas stuff. So those first 2 weekends in March, what's the chances of getting them in? But that's a couple dates for him to be able to throw in there and say, hey, because how March is in Indiana. Just like this year, I think it was the same way last year. Terrible weather. And then you get these one-off days in March. It's like 75 degrees and sunny. And, if you can just happen to land on one of those days, you take a bunch of race addicts that's been cooped up in their house for 2 months, 3 months, and you get a 75-degree day in March. Well, it'd be standing room only. It's like JT drove all the way to Paragon just so he could smell race fuel,
for a sprint car race.
But I'm just saying, like that's what you're hoping to get. But 9 times out of 10, you're not going to get
right.
it.
But then you get them days where it's 45 degrees and they're wanting to race.
Right.
Well, then you're like, do I go risk tearing my stuff up because I can't get heat in my engine, or, vice versa? That's just my thing on it.
Grant says my car's ready to go other than new design and bolt check.
So everything.
He's supposed to be working on mine, but I ain't heard no updates on that.
He's too busy.
Roofs on.
That's exactly what I was going to say. He ain't putting the roof on, but he's scheduling it.
Trent says you want to take the 666 to Lawrenceburg this year and try it out. I wish Lawrenceburg, which you guys correct me if I'm wrong, but I kind of wish Lawrenceburg kind of had the same pure stock rules as everybody else. Yeah. And that way you could run multiple places.
Yeah, theirs isn't really anywhere close to ours.
No, it's more like a super stock.
Yeah.
Mix. Yeah.
KDRA super stock.
Yeah.
Which there ain't nothing. I don't care. I mean, that's their deal. They're kind of close to Kentucky. So
I do want to put a plug out real quick too. If you want to be the coolest person in the pits, go to dirttrackoutfitters.com and get your latest Flag to Flag Media apparel. If you're wearing Flag to Flag Media apparel in the pits, boys, I'll tell you what, you're going to have a lot of people to talk to.
Matt will sign it.
They're going to want to talk to. I will sign it. I will autograph it. A huge shout out to Nicholas for doing this for the drivers and for myself. It's a one-stop shop to get all your apparel, hats, coffee mugs, beanies, you name it. He can probably get it. So check out dirttrackoutfitters.com. We would greatly appreciate it. Well, I'll tell you what, I don't do commercial voiceovers. Just saying.
As long as you don't have to read it, you'll be fine.
I can't read. I didn't pass the 3rd grade when it comes to reading. We got a busy 2 weeks coming up. What kind of other inputs do you guys have on the racing scene? You guys have any?
I've been watching a lot of NASCAR. I'm getting back into it.
I'll tell you what, I've badmouthed NASCAR for years.
It still ain't what it was.
But I'll tell you what, I've watched more NASCAR this year than I have in the last 10 years, I think.
Yeah. I wish they'd get off this dang road course nonsense.
Mm-hmm.
That's not what these cars are there for.
What about the turn 1 fiasco at that road course, Circuit of America?
Well, you knew it was going to happen.
7 wide going into that's not even a 90-degree corner. That's like a 10-degree corner.
Right.
I mean, I seen it coming. Yeah,
I bet $20 every week on the NASCAR race on DraftKings.
DraftKings?
Yep.
You big into DraftKings?
Just on NASCAR.
Just on NASCAR?
Yeah. I always bet the underdog and I've yet to win.
You didn't pick Josh Berry?
No, I didn't pick Josh
Hey, what
Berry.
was his odds? Me and a guy at work was talking about. Do you know what his odds were?
It was 40-1. So it paid 40 times. Yeah.
Too bad you didn't throw a chunk on that.
I know.
You would have had to work this week.
I bet on him for the Daytona 500.
Hey, did you not read Grant's water dog comment earlier?
No.
Over under on water dog going to the races?
I'm gonna go under.
He said he was going there a couple weeks ago if they had it.
Oh,
He seen that price.
yeah.
Because I think it was him and Grant arguing about it, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. We all knew he wasn't going to go.
I don't comment, but I do watch everybody else pound them keys.
I do.
It's hard not to comment
Yeah.
sometimes.
I don't know what Water Dog's going to do this weekend, but I know he did ask me if he could ride with me to the Northern All Stars race at Florence. So, but I'm telling you, like I don't know. I'm a little bit older than you guys, but like if you grew up in like that mid '90s, late '90s, early 2000s, like nostalgia of dirt late model racing, the Northern All Stars, that's that vibe, you know, like that was your Jim Curry's, John Gill's, Steve Barnett's, those type guys that raced that series. I mean, even Donald Neal's all-time winningest driver, but that's like,
I didn't have to
that was
watch the
like-
series when I was in. They were all at Brownstown every week when I was
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, Northern All Stars is still kind of the same area. Then they went to Brownstown a lot, but
Is Don going to run any of that this year?
not that I know of.
I didn't know. I didn't know if he's going to run the Masterbuilt car or not.
Not that I know of.
Have you talked to John? See, got anything in the works? He was supposed to do something last year, wasn't he?
Do what?
Have you talked to John?
Yeah, but I think it all fell through due to financial stuff, from what I understand.
It's just cool to have somebody like that. They just bring something to the racetrack.
They do.
Schreier just said yes, so I don't know. I don't know what that means.
You talking about Don, Caleb? Matt Lamar, who in that room can bench press the most?
What are you laughing for?
He raised his hand over there.
Yeah,
raised his hand.
I do one-handed. With
You know
these
how
boys
big
do
of a
two-handed.
city-
I would say I could
I-
probably give him a run for their money.
Well, yeah, your belly's out here. You only have
That
to
ain't
go
got
down
nothing
like
to do with it. That don't have nothing to do with it.
That does too.
No.
I'm out. I can't do nothing.
Yeah, Zach could only have to be. He needs to be a one-arm.
Yeah. one
Caleb
arm.
says, "Oh, this is late breaking here too."
Ooh.
Caleb says yes, and then Trent says James said Don, Marty, and Hudson will all be at the Northern All Stars at Paragon Speedway.
Oh, that's cool. It's
That'd
an
be cool.
O'Neill race, ain't it?
Yeah.
That's cool.
That'd be cool though.
I'd like to go watch that too. Maybe they'll have pure stocks that night.
I'm telling you right now, you get Don back in the Masters built, and you let him, do his thing. Don could take a car that wasn't even running worth a crap, and he put it up front.
That's a different time.
I
you're
know, I
talking-
get it, but
the way they've changed in just 5 years.
well,
If
I'm
you-
not talking
just,
about.
even if you
it
just
doesn't
look
have
at
to
the
be
pictures of the cars, there's like, whoa.
but it doesn't have to be a national level. So I'm just talking like the Northern All Stars and that type of stuff.
Mm.
I don't know.
You don't
man.
think you can be
Still-
competitive with
I
Northern
bet
All
him-
Stars?
I
I'm
bet
not
I would
saying
bet
he
him out in the
can't.
top 5.
Huh?
I'd bet him out of 5.
I'm not saying he can't, but you even heard John Gill talk
It's
about
not
that on the show.
2013. Yeah.
I mean, you heard John Gill talk about the way it is now was so much different. Where back then you could drive the car even if it was ill handling.
Right.
You just drive it harder.
Yeah.
Where these guys now, I mean, everything's got to be, the stars got to be in line.
Perfect.
Can't take a 10th place car and win with it no more.
No, you can't. Used to, you could.
But then if I agree with you though, then that doesn't make for a good argument.
No, it's okay. Everybody's
Yeah.
used to you being wrong, so it's not a big deal.
Okay. Yeah.
I wasn't arguing.
I'll
with
take
you.
it. I'll take it.
Him and Grant were wrong all night. That one night that you guys missed,
Whatever.
it was bad.
Whatever.
They were saying some most outrageous stuff
you
I've
were
heard.
you were on one that night. I don't know. Something was in your
You were
chocolate milk.
feeding
Just,
false information.
no, wasn't giving any kind of false
My
information.
fake finder was going off.
Not sure if it's announced yet, but for the Scott Patman race, I'm donating a full custom suit for the second place finisher and 10 crew shirts for the 9th place car. Actually, I think I did see that on. I think Nathan Patman might have posted that, Grant.
I'm hoping to have a car for that, Grant.
Zach says Billy adds 70 pounds. 70 pounds of what? No, this is a PG show. Depends on if it's after midnight or not. Yep, it's the Marvin O'Neill Memorial. What's going on, Blake? Thanks for tuning in. All I'm going to say is Master Bill is coming in hot. I'd like to see
the
it.
motor.
I'd like to see it. We need somebody. We need some of these, we need some of these other chassis to Zach and I talked today. I still am a firm believer that sometime in 2025. Actually, I'm just going to say it right now, Zach. This is how strongly I feel about this. In 2025, there will be a rocket shift I see it.
rocket ship.
Yeah, rocket ship shift.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, that sounds better.
There's going to be a shift in the chassis game.
I agree.
Now, I'm not saying everybody's
Towards
going to leave
Rocket?
Longhorn. I'm not going to say that, but I think Rocket's going to make some ground this year.
I think
they're gonna be a key player
I
again.
think the Rocket's coming in hot.
There you go.
Engines blazing.
Okay. It's getting out of hand.
Yeah. But I'd like to see Mastersville come back, especially, I mean, they're a local builder. JT was hateful that night for sure. He was, wasn't he, Grant? He was awful. He was awful.
Well, you guys were just spilling nonsense. I think
I've never seen you that tore up ever since we started this show 3 years ago. I've never seen you that tore up about whatever we were talking about. And it wasn't even that big of a deal.
it was a big deal.
But
You
your
guys were
chocolate milk
wrong.
was kicking in.
Well, usually I got people on here that understand the
Is he
basic
still breathing
concepts
heavy
of
about it?
racing, but these two wasn't
Still
here, so I
breathing
just had
heavy
you
about
and
it.
Grant. So there was no concept of racing really here.
There we go. Here we go. Whatever. I do want to give a shout out to sponsors. I appreciate everything that they do for us. T&J Demo to Reno, Dirt Track Outfitters, Kane's Tree Service. Oh, big shout out to everybody. Thinking of anybody that might have been affected by the storms last night. That was horrible. I know up around Columbus. Yeah, you don't work up there no more, do you?
Mm-mm.
But anyway, up around Jamie and Mark Schaefer and them, I think it got hit pretty hard. I did see some pictures on Facebook
I
on
didn't
Farm
see
Store up.
That's crazy because the hail is people like a couple miles down the road.
Yeah.
It was hail and it didn't do anything about my house, but
Really?
rain. Yeah, it's windy.
It was supposed to hit us hard,
Yeah,
but
it never.
it held here a little bit.
It didn't hail nothing in my house. and
I know
it's
Mark
windy.
Weinberg, boy, he was all over it last night.
Was he?
Yeah, I wish I loved my
He has to
job.
stay behind the desk because he gets so excited.
I wish I loved my job a quarter. Well, that guy loves his job.
Well, yeah, he knows he's never going to get fired.
I guess, yeah. Jerry Davis Race Engines, P3 Graphics, Superheat Solutions, Alexander Ranch, Harv Hoosier Auto Racing Fans, Honeydew Handyman, Midnight Sports Gear, Jason Petmeyer Farm Bureau Agent, TSR Chassis, Jeff Bounce Transmissions, Greens Auto Sales, Burt Sewer Drain Septic, Pop Bit, Foam Solutions LLC. Don't forget you get 10% off of any job that they do if you mention Flag to Flag Media Live. Laura Bennett Racing, M2 Designs, thanks for the cups. King Construction Group, and Simpson Roofing and Exteriors.
And
Hey.
if you- go ahead.
No, go ahead, because I'm changing the
If
subject.
you didn't see it, Tommy East has got a freaking steel on a brake, and if I had somewhere to put it,
What's it, $800?
$800 for an 8 foot. That's
Yeah.
a freaking
Yeah, I've
steel
seen
on
that.
that. Weighs 3,000 pounds.
I don't think, was that him selling it?
No, it was somebody else selling it, but
Okay.
he
He
shared it
thought-
or whatever.
You ain't gonna find a better deal than that's stealing it.
Yeah. Did Owen have anything to do with catching that fugitive?
No, he didn't. He's up at school.
Still?
Yeah.
They wouldn't
like
have caught him
shoot,
if Owen
like
was
60.
there.
I wanted
week.
to see the dash cam video. Owen trying to chase that guy.
Chasing down.
That's what I wanted to see.
Body cam.
Yeah, body cam, not dash cam.
Brandon said, "Don't worry, JT, I'm here."
See, Brandon, he had his head on his shoulders that night.
He did. I was glad he came on. That
What are
was,
you
that was a
arguing
good
about?
show.
We was talking
Oh.
about NASCAR actually.
Oh,
Chase Briscoe and
Yeah.
Oh,
making
yeah.
her way up there.
Yeah.
Chase did.
Oh God.
Oh, okay.
He bought his way up there.
He didn't buy his way,
He didn't buy his way.
but he didn't work his way through it up there either.
Sit back, Peyton.
I'm a
You
Chase.
need something to drink?
I'm a Chase Briscoe
I
fan.
could go for a beer.
He slept on.
That does
Freaking-
okay. So if I go sleep on a couch somewhere in North Carolina, I should get a NASCAR ride.
No, I'm not saying that.
Okay, then what did he do?
He had to prove himself. I mean, don't get me wrong. He had the best ride in ARCA.
Yeah, it don't mean nothing to win ARCA.
I don't
He did do good nationwide. give him
think
that.
he really bought
Nationwide
his
is
way.
on your
I'm
though.
not saying he
side.
bought it. The argument was, it's one thing to drive in every class.
Yeah.
It's another thing to win in every class and make it.
I mean, he even says that
We-
he wasn't
what
that
you doing
good in
this
sprint
weekend?
cars.
Right. He wasn't. And I'm a Chase
Don't work on
Briscoe
a race
fan.
car.
Yeah.
Big Chase Briscoe fan. I bet on him all the time.
Look at Brandon's.
No, I know. If all it took was you to say he worked his way up, and JT's inner temperature went through the wood.
I didn't even watch
Grant,
that episode.
I
so
can go. I'll go work at Rick Hendrick for 6 months for free. I'll go work anywhere for 6 months for free if they put me in a NASCAR ride. I'll do it right now. I'll
Hey,
quit my job.
Hey, you're getting black flagged. You need to roll
Grant,
over.
Well,
Grant,
Grant, just sometimes I just want to smack him. Gosh,
we're banned now.
wait till he's pitching and I'm batting. Up at Bedford. By God, it's coming.
You got to
at
hit the
me.
ball first.
That wasn't cool.
I'm just
That
saying.
was not cool.
I'm just saying. Boys, we're just getting started this year too. Ain't just gonna be fun.
I was.
See what you guys missed last couple weeks, couple episodes.
Been busy.
But JT's changed. Like the longer we do this, he's changed. I don't know what's going on.
JT's changing every day.
He is.
Yeah.
His menstrual cycle gets all
He used
screwed
to
up
come on
and
the
he's
show
bad.
and be
Throw it up a little bit.
smile, be vibrant.
Come on, my hair's falling out. Look at this. Look at that.
Yeah,
That's bad.
yeah. I know how you feel.
Grant said he was going to snap you off, whatever the hell that means.
Grant, you ain't, buddy. Come on. I beat Zach in a home run derby one time. Tell him, Zach.
We're not going there. We're not going there.
One ball.
He had help.
Yeah.
I smoked it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I appreciate everybody watching. You guys got anything else you want to go over with not before we close the doors?
I don't think so.
We'll be racing somewhere near you soon. If you're in the pits, always feel free to stop by and have a conversation with us.
Always.
Yeah.
We're just
Yeah.
there hanging out.
We ain't
ain't
gonna
gonna-
argue with you.
I ain't gonna say that, but we're always going to have a conversation, just hang out. We park across the creek at Brownstown. We park right there when you first go past the gravel parking spots at Paragon, and where we park out
And if
Circle
these-
City, wherever we can fit usually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if
Usually
these-
on the bank, on the back stretch.
Yeah.
Up in here.
Straight up and down.
If you guys, if these guys are up to it, I'll make sure that they're stocked with flag to flag decals too.
I still got some.
You still have some?
I had a bunch, but I don't know where they went. Man,
I'll get you some. I'll get you some.
Yeah,
I seen
always-
some guy wiping his butt with one.
That's
night,
fine.
and
Hey, as long as they're getting used,
I
that's
think I
all.
put them in my hunting backpack.
There you go.
Yep.
Never know. Sticky
Yeah,
side
hey,
helps.
You have to take it with you every time you.
Right, buddy.
Hey, as long as you're getting used,
Sticky side up.
they're
Jimmy.
free too. We don't charge you for it.
Jimmy, what's your question?
We got
Floor's
some
open.
time.
But I will make sure these guys are stocked with flag to flag decals in case you want one.
Yeah, and like I said, always feel free to stop and talk. We ain't got nothing better to do. We're
No.
We're just normal people.
except Matt.
Well, he's got to go.
Yeah, got to be there to have stop him. You're not the first person to find this JT Huffman shirt at Goodwill.
I think Wallace said something about it, but why don't more dirt drivers put out social media content?
Because they'll have more people bitching because
Yes,
they didn't do something right.
Right.
I
think
actually have
they-
a new social media manager this year.
Do you?
Yeah.
Lakin.
Yep.
Yeah.
She's going to take it over for me.
Oh boy.
She's
I
gonna-
will say I can't speak for everybody, but a lot of the guys that I know that I've talked to on a national level, none of them run their social media pages.
Yeah.
Because what happens is they'll post something or something will happen on the track, and then people will get on their pages and bash
Did
them
you
and send them
see,
messages.
I
and
think it was Ricky Thornton's wife posted
Yes.
it, where somebody
like
on there
death
sent
threats
him
and stuff. Like
threats.
it's just
It's like,
stupid.
Does Turbo run his?
Nope.
Really?
Nope.
You would think that it
The way
would be
the way he taught, yeah, but he
Yeah.
Bobby Pierce's girlfriend does do a phenomenal
Yeah.
job on TikTok.
Yeah.
She is funny, and the stuff she puts out is just good.
yeah,
I like some of her comments when people are on there bashing Bobby.
yeah.
I like what she replies back
Yes.
to. I mean, she don't
Kyle
just,
Bronson's wife too has a good TikTok.
oh yeah.
Yes.
Good morning.
Good morning, TikTok.
Yeah. Yeah.
And she just
My wife watches her.
I'll tell you what, her and Kyle, like they just give each other all kinds of shit.
Oh, it's funny.
Yeah.
I mean, it's cool too because it just shows you like not a lot of them guys have all kinds of money. I mean, they don't live in a
Nope.
fancy house. She even talks
Right.
about they live in a double wide. It's not trashy, obviously. but
Right.
it's just cool to see.
Yep.
You know, they're just normal.
It's normal.
people.
Yeah.
It is neat.
Also, if you get a chance, Kurt Bennett and Ricky Puckett got a podcast. Was it Trading Sliders?
Yeah. Trading
Yeah,
sliders.
It's really good.
Yes.
And Kurt
Shout out
Bennett's
to them guys.
a good friend of mine, and so if you guys get a chance, go support that show too, because that Kurt's a super good guy. I don't really know Ricky, but I'm sure he's a good guy too. And they've got some really cool guests on there. They did one with Dave Darlin. So
Yeah.
I've kind of like slowed down on the YouTube stuff just because there's a lot of other people doing it, but which is cool. So you got them guys doing Trading Sliders podcast, and then you've got Sling Dirt Media, DJ Smallwood, which he's the race director for Northern All Stars. He does kind of like the shop deals where he goes and interviews them, which he's got a lot of great content. And then Will Greenwell, the Wild Will Throwdown podcast.
Yeah, his is really good.
He's got a ton. He's on now with the XR stuff, that 100,000 win mod show down in Oklahoma, down at Salina High Banks. He actually flew down there this weekend to announce for that.
Really?
So, well, Will's doing a lot of great stuff too.
Wow.
Yeah.
Doesn't he have a daytime job too?
Yep.
He's a really good announcer.
He is. He's very passionate.
He's
about
good
what
at
he
his
does.
job.
Matt Howard says hats off to JT and Zach for coming to support one of their little fans at the
You read that
Roseville basketball
backwards.
games. I did, but I just started
He
reading.
put it in the right order.
Hats off to Zach and JT for coming to support one of their loyal fans at the Crowsville basketball game. Way to support your people.
She's more than a fan. She's pretty much just family at this point.
Yeah, she's good.
I got her, and
No problem,
and,
Jimmy.
my cousin took off doing life, and Lakin just became one of ours. So
Yeah.
I've pretty much adopted her. She's gonna be my kid at the what's that train thing we're doing? That
Polar Express.
Polar Express. She's my
yeah.
adopted child. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
and she can still pass her as 12. I mean, she
You know, it's crazy because we're used to these big.
Florence is
free.
12 and under is free. Yeah,
Yeah,
so
there
you're
we
good.
go. She
You're
can get
good.
in free that day.
Yeah.
It's funny because we're used to these big high schools. Well, I am. I mean, I don't know about these two, but
No.
we go over there and
Nah,
it's-
dub.
it was like playing at the middle school. I mean, it was a tiny gym and not very many people and not very many big people. And it was different.
Right.
Like, are you sure we're at like a high school?
Yep.
Because I mean, it is a tiny gym.
We went to a basketball
Real
game
small.
to not even watch a basketball game. We went to just watch her cheer.
Right.
But we had a good time, and I taught Allie about basketball. She knows what a full time out is now, and traveling. And
Did she get to learn what a technical is?
no,
No
we didn't,
t-
have,
no
we,
tees?
we didn't teach
Yeah,
nobody
no
else.
tees?
No. But it was cool. I mean, it was small. You know, it was neat. We even got it. I mean, I got into it. You know, it was pretty cool.
You said, do you feel like there'll be more racing in this year or more rainouts? I
It'll be
think
touch and go till the end of May.
yeah, I think once we get past into May, we'll be fine.
Which really, we scheduled too many races to begin with
Yeah.
at one
I
race
think
track.
so.
I wish we just did like 15 at each
Like
track.
Florence, like some of them guys.
Yeah, they
Some of
don't
those
need to
tracks.
run every class every week. It's okay with me to have a break
Yeah.
or go somewhere else every now and then.
I like that we got. I think we only have 12.
Yeah,
12 or
that's like
13.
perfect.
Yeah, I like that. It gives us more of a variety.
Yeah.
Because then you can still run for points and not be worried.
Overdo it. All right. Well, we appreciate everybody tuning in.
It's a good show.
Great show.
Good show.
Great show. Great fan interaction.
We kept a lot of viewers tonight. Whoa,
We did keep a lot of viewers.
I'm okay.
It's because you didn't talk.
All right.
I did
We'll
talk
see
a
you
lot.
guys at the Icebreaker. We'll see you at the Northern All Stars race in Florence. And most importantly,
Oh, that's what I was gonna say, dude. You read my mind.
yeah,
That was good.
Give us some nuts. Most importantly, we will see you
Watch
back
out.
in 2 weeks when the next flag flies.
That was perfect.